What is up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the channel. Today in the house, I have something super cool that I picked up at Slap Happy Toys, the ARC Trooper Echo. If you guys caught my toy hunt a few weeks back, I was able to grab this one. We were over at Tampa, and I am super excited to have it. Today I'm unboxing it because I am not gonna be live since I am at MegaCon right now. And what I'm trying to do is put the ethers out there, and I'm hoping to find its companion. I need ARC Trooper 5s to go along with my Echo. So I'm hoping that Jeff at Slap Happy Toys has the hookup for me when I get back to MegaCon or some other booth. But I'm hoping that's what I will find when I go there this weekend, along with other stuff. I have an awesome toy hunt coming for you guys real soon, so stay tuned for that. And next week, I promise you, we'll be back live for the usual Hyperdrive show and, maybe build another model. We'll see what we get into. But for now, let's take a look at this box and get into it. So here's the box, the ARC Trooper Echo box. Just like all of the other Star Wars boxes, it's black and it has that dark gray background. You see an image of the figure. It says ARC Clone Trooper Echo at the very top. And then on the bottom left, you have that silver Exclusivo sticker, because this is the exclusive version of the Trooper. As we get around the side, we see another pose for Echo. It says Disney at the bottom. And we swing around to the back and we have yet another pose for Echo, this time showing him without the helmet on. So it's cool. We're going to get an unmasked portrait here, which is very nice. I like the pose here. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get him to hold the helmet like that. It says, again, Star Wars ARC Clone Trooper Echo at the very top and Sideshow.com at the bottom. On the opposite side, we got yet another pose for Echo, and then we swing around back to the front. Let's see what's inside the box. All right, through the power of time-lapsing and movie magic, I have switched cameras, and finally Sony has given me a brand new camera to work with. So I got lots of autofocus going on here, which is great. Super happy about that. You got this box that flips open like this, and you can see the window to the figure. So if that's what you want to do, you can do it that way. But we're gonna pop this guy open. All right, there is the figure. Doesn't really look like there's a whole lot to do with this figure. Is there anything else behind it? Yeah, you got some, all right, you got some gear behind him, so that's cool. Let's put this off to the side here. Oh, here's what you got. You got the figure on the top layer, and then you got all the accessories in the back. So let's check it out and see what comes with this guy. Mr. ARC Trooper. This is dope. Move this off the side. All right, so you get the rifle, which is become kind of the thing with most of the clone troopers, although this one is a little bit modified compared to the one that comes with the last two clone troopers that I have. You can see that it has some kind of like spear or pointy thing at the end here. That is not something that exists on this rifle for the other clone troopers, so that makes this kind of unique, which is awesome. You can see all the detail right there. I think it looks really, really good. Nice job on that. All right. You get the pistols. Now this is very common, not very common, but it definitely comes with Captain Rex and then a few of the other clones. So you get two of those, which is dope. You get a backpack. Check out the backpack. Looks really good. Nice detail on that too. All right, and you get a bunch of switch out hands. Sideshow does give you a lot more switch out hands than you get with the Hot Toys ones, although a lot of it I'm probably not going to use. So you get a couple of hands like that. You get, kind of like a relaxed hand. Okay. You get a thumbs up. All right. You get an opposite hand for another thumbs up. You get a couple of closed-fisted hands. Okay. You get a trigger hand, which I'm sure you're going to get another one of these. You get not a fully closed fist, but partially. All right. And then you get some pointing fingers. You got one that points just a single point. All right. You get a two-finger pointing finger. There you go. and you get the peace sign. Alright, so this is pretty standard with pretty much every clone that you get from Sideshow. They give you a lot of options for hands. So that was layer 1. Goes in here somehow. That way. Alright. Let's check out what comes in the... Oh, sorry, that was layer 2. Here is layer 1. So layer 1 comes with the carbine blaster, which doesn't have the hook, but it is a little bit more sturdy, and holding this comes down a little bit. I like the last one that I saw that had kind of like a hook here at the front that allowed it to clamp down. I like that a lot better, but this is pretty much standard with every clone. They all seem to come with this rifle, this blaster carbine, I mean. Alright, that's their standard issue. Okay, go back. With this one here, you get a swap out portrait. So you can see Echo, which I think is a really awesome looking portrait. I wouldn't say that it looks like Tamora, but it's very, very close. Nice work on that. Alright. You get a droid popper, which looks to be about the same size as the one from that came with Rex. So that makes it kind of difficult to get out there. Very tiny. So you get a droid popper. Man, that autofocus is awesome. Love it. Nice detail, although kind of small. I like the size of the Hot Toys ones a little better. Alright, let's get Echo out of his hole. Put that to the side. Alright, so this is the Exclusivo, the exclusive version of the Trooper. So what you get with the exclusive versions is they give you this white out looking base. That's basically your difference. I personally don't feel that it's worth chasing down exclusives if this is all that you're going to get as part of the exclusive. I mean, this is kind of weak. Look at the detail. This thing is super cool. They did a great job with all of the weathering on it. Super fantastic. Really like the way the shoulder pads are. The shoulder pads are kind of like a plastic. It's like a soft plastic. You know, it's got awesome detail. I really like the way the padding comes out. You can see the texture in the padding there. It's crazy how well they did that. So good job on that, Sideshow. Although I do wish this was a little bit softer, because this gets kind of in the way when it comes to posing, especially with the helmets and the arms. You'll see that in just a few seconds. I'm so happy I got this guy, especially since I have the Bad Batch version on him on order. So this is going to be cool to have the before and after. Alright, look at all the detail on the arms. You can see that it's got some like data communication things or something, buttons and stuff, so that's cool. Check out the belt. The kama is like a vinyl material, so I wish they would have put some wiring in here, but this is kind of like a vinyl material, similar like to what they did with Captain Rex, so it's no different there. And then you got a little bit different armoring since he is a ARC trooper, which I'm gonna have to see how this all goes, because it looks like it's got kind of twisted around. The armor is a little bit loose on him, and I think it's because the body itself is skinnier than you would see on like a Hot Toy, so that's a little bit different. Alright, so as far as posability, you can turn the head around. You don't have much option, like I was telling you before, to kind of tilt the head side to side, and that's because this shoulder pad kind of blocks you. You got some forward and back motion, so you got a lot of that. That's cool. The arms can go out about that far. Okay? Before they get stopped by the shoulder pads themselves. Alright, you do have a little bit of twisting in the arm. You have plenty of double action on the elbow, so that's cool. I like that. Alright, got a little bit of twist action here on the wrists, by the hands, and they can go backward and forward. Alright, so then you got the chest. So the chest can articulate forward, and I'm going to show you something that happens here. So you can tilt the chest forward, but as you tilt the chest forward, this part of the shoulder pad starts to push up, and then the head becomes extremely loose and will fall off. So I want you to keep that in mind when you start to tilt it. See? The head pops off because these things pop up. So you almost got to take and pose the lower body and then try to squeeze your head back into place. There is motion there though. So it's just unfortunate that they chose to go with these plastic shoulder pads because it pushes up on the head. So that kind of bites. You have some option to turn around the body like that, so it gives you a little bit of waist action. So that's all cool. Let me get the head back on because I don't like looking like a topless or a headless soldier. All right, down by the waist, you have all kinds of cool little stuff. Like you got a holster for the guns. You got these little communicate device or something that you can pop out of their little holding areas, which is cool. So you have a lot of cool little gadgets right there. So that's cool. All right, the leg can go that far forward, and it can go not so far back. Yeah, not too much articulation on the back side of it. It does feel a little loose. Your knee has a double knee in it, double joint in the knee, so you have a lot of articulation in the knee. That's good. All right, and then the armor feels a little loose down there. You got a little bit of ankle motion, not so much side to side. You can go tilt it forward like that, and you can tilt all the way out that way. Now, unlike some of the other clones, this one doesn't feature the running feet that I've seen with some of the other clone troopers, but everything else seems to be okay. Let's try to get him in some poses. Hopefully the head don't fall off, and maybe we'll put him next to some of the other clones so you can get an idea of what he looks like with them. So let's do it. All right, and there's my first pose for ARC Trooper Echo. I'm digging it. I like the way he looks. Again, I couldn't do this without the base. There's just no way to display these sideshow pieces. The issue mostly is in the ankles. They're very weak. Same thing with like the legs, kind of weak, so it keeps them, it just makes them wobbly if you try to do it without the display base. Either that, or you have to take and put it like in a kind of like standing straight up pose. No options for a dynamic look. Otherwise, the detail on it makes him look freaking fantastic. There's some limitations in being able to pose the head, like I said before, because of the shoulder pads. Keeps it from being able to, angle the head enough to make it look a little more realistic. But, this is the best I could do, I think, with the way it looks. I do like the double articulation in the elbows, so that works really nicely. And I haven't posed any of my clones holding this blaster yet like this, so this is probably the way I'm going to end up putting him in the display case. Other cool things that I didn't mention when I was doing the close-ups is that the visor here articulates, so that's cool. And that looks really neat. Yeah, so overall, digging it. Let's see what else we can get him into. All right, and here's my second pose. Kind of just a stoic, end of mission, thumbs up type of thing I got going on here. Honestly, I wanted to see if, like in the pictures, you can actually have him holding the helmet, which he can, which is awesome. I think that's really cool. And then also, what I like about this one here is that the portrait on this one, where you can actually see Echo's face, it plugs into the neck very, very well. So you get, that nice pop when it plugs into place. You don't have any worry about it falling off. I personally like to see my clones in the clone armor completely with the helmet, so I don't think I'll be posing him like this. But if this was an option that you wanted to see, one of their faces, I think this is a pretty nice portrait, and it's done, very well. So yeah, this one came out really, really good as far as the option to display it with the portrait. So cool stuff. Let's get another pose out here with another clone maybe, and maybe one or two of them, and then we'll give you my final thoughts. All right, and for my third and final pose for Echo, I got him looking like he's leading the rest of the 501st into some kind of tunnel. They're getting ready to ambush some clankers, something like that is what I'm trying to go for here. I think I was able to get the pose pretty well, still considering that I needed to use that display base, so that's neat. I love the way he looks with the rest of the 501st. The blue and the white armor all matching up. I think it's so cool. It makes me want to get even more of the 501st clones just to have as a group. Would be really cool. My final thoughts on this one. So this one here, I didn't mention it at the beginning of the video, so I'm gonna mention it now. So when this figure came out, it was about $150. It didn't matter if you got the exclusive or if you got the regular version of it, which only difference is the base. But it was about $150, $149.99. Currently on eBay, it's trading upwards of $800 or more, and that's because they're very difficult to find. And there's no word yet if Hot Toys is going to go back and make this clone trooper. Currently, they've been sticking to the clones that are in the newer series and also from the Revenge of the Sith. So they haven't really pushed into the clones from the animated series. So I'm hopeful that they will make one. And if they do make one, I would much prefer to have a Hot Toys one over the Sideshow, simply because of the articulation points, and it's just a better body on the Hot Toys figures versus the Sideshow. But all that being said, I don't know that that's going to happen, and if it doesn't happen, it's just going to make this figure continue to go up in value. He's one of the more popular of the clones from the animated series. So for that reason, I'm very happy with my purchase. Whether it's worth it to you to drop $800 on it, that's up to you. You know, if it's in your budget, then you know you can get it. If it's not, try to wait. Hopefully Hot Toys will make one, and you might be able to get it for a regular price, you know, the usual $230 that they go for. But yeah, I really like the way the figure looks. It may not have the articulation that the Hot Toys has. It may not be able to be posed without the base, but still, for the detail, for the weathering in it, all of the little things that Sideshow put into it, I think they did a great job with the look of the figure. So it looks great, and that's what is important to me. Once I get them in the pose, it doesn't matter what else happens. It's what it looks like when it sits on my shelf. So for that, I think they did a great job. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I think it's a great piece. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Are you gonna get it? Did you get it? Is it on your list of clones to get? Do you guys want to see me make a video about all of the different clone troopers that have come out from Sideshow or Hot Toys? Let me know if you guys want to see something like that. I'll be glad to put a video like that together for you guys. So let me know in the comments below, guys. And until next time, may the force be with you.